Morning. Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know if we'll get a lot of people in here or not, just because it is the Super Bowl, but it'd be awesome if we did. So let your friends know that we are on, we are live. I am going to go ahead and finish this real quick. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I don't know. What up, Riley? How'd that live go earlier? I didn't get to catch the whole thing. I came in after you already finished it, but it looks like some people finally decided to show up. So, by the way, if you don't grow a beard, I'm gonna like throat punch you next time I see you. That deeply disturbed me this morning. What's up, Mac? Um, so my counter's off. Like everything's off today. I don't know if YouTube's just gonna like crash on us because it's Super Bowl Sunday or what's gonna happen, but we're gonna do this. Wait for some people to come in. So today is gonna be the first episode to kind of test it out and see how I want to carry forward of snakes and beer. And I really enjoy Miller Lite. If you haven't noticed, I drink a lot of it. Um, so I have my Miller Lite. And I have Morelia because they both start with M. So what the hell, why not? Um, we'll see how it goes though. Hopefully. Hopefully we get some people in here. I think Riley, you're still in here. Yeah, in all honesty, like I cheered for the Vikings. What up, Corey? I cheered for the Vikings when once they're out for the season, I don't really pay attention to football anymore. So it is not Riley. It's only an hour later here, bro. It's 10:30 here. I drink when I start waking up. Joe's been retired. Do what I want. It's like a permanent Pomona party. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Like football's fun. It gets the competitive spirit going. I'm sorry for the giant fucking disaster that is behind me. Um, my wife is decorating my daughter's room, so I'll probably present that in a few days once we're done. But she has completely taken over. Like, what up, Slash? She has completely fucking taken over every room in the house in order to decorate my daughter's room. So it's a challenge to do anything right now. Um, I'm more of a boxing. See, soccer's just kind of boring for me. There's not enough contact. I agree with boxing, like MMA, boxing. I'll watch all day, every day. Football, I like. Rugby, I love rugby. Like I love watching rugby. They fuck each other up. Um, but I don't know. Like soccer's just. I think it's too stretched out, and there's not enough contact for me. Like I would even fair to venture that I'd watch basketball more than I would watch soccer. And I don't really like watching basketball either, but watch Scottish soccer. It's nonstop contact. All right, I'll have to check it out. Um, so, the Super Bowl, people get punted in the air. That's fucking awesome. Uh, so, the Super Bowl, we'll get that talk out of the way, just because at the end of the day, I really don't care about this game. used it as a piece of clickbait because of the day. And at the end of the day, I don't care what team wins. I do think it's going to be a win for the Patriots just because it'll be 6 rings for Tom Brady. It'll like cement his greatest of all time run, and it'll give him a reason to retire. So I could see it playing out that way. A lot of people say that professional sports aren't rigged. If you don't think professional sports aren't rigged, especially in the US, you got another thing coming to you, at least in my opinion, because anything that you can make. All right, Mac, appreciate you, brother. Anything that you can make money on in the States, you're gonna find a way to make money on. So, what's up, Lorga? Did I say that right? Come here, baby. Come on. So, as you guys know, I only have one carpet python at this time. Riley may be fixing that in the future. What up, Scotty? How you doing, buddy? Riley may be helping me to fix that in the future. Come on. Come on, Cleo. Come on. What are you doing? So, yeah, I agree with that. I think the Saints should have been playing the Patriots. I think it would have been a funner game for the Super Bowl. I don't even know if I'm going to watch it, in all honesty. But let's talk about what we're all here for, snakes. You don't have to convert me. I've already converted myself. I freaking love them. I don't have the space to go crazy on them yet. I am converting the garage little by little and taking stuff out so that it can go full time. There's a Herps Conroe in June. Okay, I'll see if I can make it, Court. Whoa, you scared me. You scared me. What are you doing, little Cleo? So this is Cleo, my coastal carpet. If you guys haven't met her yet, probably the biggest puppy dog snake that I have. The only person she's ever bit is my son. That's because my son took her out without me watching, and I have no idea what he did. But she was my first escape snake. She was the only snake that's bit my son. So she's an interesting little girl, but she's definitely a lot of fun. She's growing so freaking fast. Like, I can't believe how fast these guys grow. What? And it was just insane. Like, I love these guys. I picked up a book because I felt like I was being dumb, and I hate asking people over and over, hey, what about this? What about this? Or you feel like I made the rookie mistake of grabbing a carpet when I wasn't educated on carpets, but I'm learning. I'm doing my part, guys. I tell you guys to research, and then I don't research myself because I was like, oh, that'd be really cool for education. And I think they're really cool and look super prehistoric in the first place. So yeah, let's get a carpet. And it was a US ARC auction, so obviously it was for a good cause, but I definitely should have thought it out a little bit more before I grabbed her. But it happens. And yes, that pass interference call or missed call was complete bullshit. That would have changed the game. Actually would have put the Saints winning. They even said that it was a missed call, but they didn't do anything about it. So good old NFL. Like I said, it's a little bit rigged, guys. But what are you doing, Cleo? You got a good hold, mamas. You got a good hold. She's a little bit cold. I think I'm having issues. Our next animal is going to be a hedgehog or a yellow achy monitor. You know, I actually, I love hedgehogs, but be careful with them. I guess there's an outbreak of salmonella with hedgehogs right now because people are letting them lick their hands or lick their face and then not cleaning up after themselves. But as long as you clean up after yourself, you shouldn't have to worry about it. I I don't know anyone that doesn't, well, at least in our community, that doesn't clean up after themselves in the first place after they handle their animals. I might drink, but I drink out of a glass, so you don't get any beer. Stop it. That's beautiful. I got a new challenge for you guys, 24 hours with Sean Bradley nonstop, kind of like Bad Choice Noah and Bella's Cage style. That would be a feat. I don't know if that's even possible. I would have to talk to Sean about that in the first place. I know he's extremely busy with trying to sell off his collection right now and get this saltwater store up and going. So I know he could do it. There's not a doubt in my mind that he could go 24 hours if we put him up to a challenge. I think maybe we would do it for maybe like doing a donation thing. Like we'd go and say for every hour, every 2 hours that we talk, people donate X amount, and then that donation would go to Trick Faces. But that, I could see it happening, but that's what it would have to be. Like it would have to be towards a donation or something to go to US Ark or something to do with animals. Or like my friend's 501c, the Island of Misfit Morphs, just so it's something that I know goes towards our community and towards taking care of animals, you know? And I definitely like that 5 hour live. I had a hard time keeping up. I have nowhere near the stamina for talking that Sean does at all. And luckily, I was able to interject a couple of times and get him going. But I think he could have talked that 5 hours all by himself and would have just went story into story. But carpet pythons, how freaking, as she crawls all over my face after I just talked about keeping yourself clean with your animals. What are you doing, Cleo? Huh? You cold, mama? You need to look at your heat. She's my only carpet python. She is a coastal carpet. Just a coastal. Pretty basic. From what I've been reading, they do reach a good size, so I'm excited about that. I would like to see her at like 8 to 10 feet. I think that's, yeah, she definitely doesn't respect personal space at all. She's a very curious little girl, but she's a sweetheart. I just love their patterning. Like they got me going. What's up, Jason? How you doing, brother? Oh man. So I put it out. I really think they are gonna win, Jason, just because it'll solidify and cement Tom Brady's legacy. I am extremely bearded, that's for sure. She gets handled probably about 2 to 3 times a week. I don't handle her every day, but she gets handled probably about 2 to 3 times a week. Just a little bit. All right, Slash. Thanks for stopping in, man. But she's always been super calm. She, like I said, she's only bitten my son once, and I don't know what the hell he did to get her to actually bite because this girl has never even like hissed at me. She is the biggest puppy dog I have in my collection by far. She's a carpet, Jason. She's a coastal. Yeah, I don't see an issue with any carpet that I've ever been around. I know there's some that talk back to their owners, but as far as like biting and things like that, I've never seen an issue pop up. So I want to see him win and retire or get his leg snapped. That's that's a big change on opposite spectrums there, Austin. It's a really big change. So, oh man, I've got one too. Mine's yeah. Like every carpet is an absolute sweetheart. I don't see why people. I think it's the look. It's like the Amazon tree boas, the carpets, the green tree pythons, and emerald tree boas. It's the prehistoric look. They look more menacing to people, I think. That more prehistoric look just scares people. And then the fact that he is the GOAT. Like that man's for where he started and what he's done, no one ever thought he'd reach the points that he's reached. So that man's done a great job. Um, Austin is pretty sexy, Jason. I have to agree with you there. Like if I wasn't married and he was a chick, Austin would be in trouble. But what do you guys think? Like what's your prediction for today's game? Like I said, I'm not really big on football anymore. I like to watch it just because I like to see people get laid out. Unfortunately, when that happens now, people get. Unfortunately, when you get the big hits now, people get suspended, and it's just not as fun as it used to be. Can they both lose? that that would be a feat, Scotty. Maybe it'll end in a tie, and they'll have to play again. No. How would that work? Is there a way to tie in the Super Bowl? Is that allowed in the rules? You're gonna say the Pats win by 12, Pats by 17. I don't know. I know the history of the Pats makes me think that it'll be either a win of 3 or a win of 7. Something to that effect. Like it's gonna be a lot closer game than people think. I really do think. Um, the Rams, if they get their running game going, can be really dangerous and keep up with the Pats. I think the Pats defense is going to be what really takes today and makes it into the game though. Yep. Absolutely. I really I think it's going to be a lot closer game than everyone's saying. Hey, he was raised in California, Jason. Be nice. Be nice. It's that new wordage, new wordage. Um crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Oh Lord, you were raised in California too? That explains. That explains a lot. Like all my friends are from California in one way, shape, or form. So it'll be interesting. I think it's the Pats, Brady, and Belichick Super Bowl experiences will be too much to over. I don't know, man. Like the Rams have a solid running game. The Pats seem to struggle against running, at least from the games that I watched this year. The Pats seem to struggle against a solid running team. And then the Rams defense is no joke. Like their front line for defense is ridiculous. So I agree with that. Belichick and Brady both need to retire. They've won enough. They've done enough. They're both Hall of Fame guaranteed first round ballots. It's it's time to let new blood in. I don't I don't think so, man. Like I really think it's gonna be a passing game with the Rams, but if they get their running game going, it's gonna cause problems for the Patriots. Like Gurley didn't do crap during the playoffs, but they still made it to the Super Bowl. Gurley was not Gurley during the playoffs. He choked. Big time. Big time choke. And they made it here. Like you can't really fault them for that. Gurley is definitely a beast. Like Gurley is like the new young version of Adrian Peterson. Like that man can move sideways somehow. And when he hits hard and just runs through motherfuckers and it's what I miss about football cuz I was an outside linebacker when I was in football and a safety, and that was my favorite part was seeing someone come up and just laying into them. But as a running back, to see someone lower their shoulder like that as a running back, especially in a league where they're trying to protect themselves right now, is just amazing. But there are definitely many blown calls in this playoff series. Um, I honestly think there was a lot of blown calls throughout the entire year, but it is what it is. We have our Super Bowl. People are gonna enjoy it and talk about it for years and say that the Rams never deserved to be there in the first place and talk crap about Brady one way or another and Belichick and say that they're nothing but cheaters. I saw a post today on Facebook before I came on here that been able to overcome a blown call. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, I actually had a friend put a post on that said it was the cheaters through the levers because they left St. Louis to go to Los Angeles, and the Patriots are known for cheating, even though if you look at it, um, every time they've been called out on something, it's the year after they did it that a rule was in place on that. So they honestly haven't cheated in a Super Bowl to this point. But and yes, every team does cheat. Every team finds ways to get ahead. But the way they do it is they follow within the rule book, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Absolutely, Jason. Like if you're leaving your game in the hands of the ref, you're messing up. Like if you're coming in and you're looking for that call to win the game, it's you're not gonna win because the refs are gonna go off of what they want to do. I got a showed later, haters. I think you meant shower, Austin. It's okay. I know you're like Mexican or something, so. It's not just a blown call, it's a blown call that directly affected the outcome. Penalty equals kneel and kick. Game over. There's a lot of things though, because they were already in the end zone they were already in scoring position with that throw. So I've seen Breeze throw that pass, I don't know how many times. And he actually had another receiver wide open. So he made the decision to go there. Not saying that it was the wrong decision, but I think at the same time, the Rams were like, we'll take the penalty either way. And then the penalty didn't get called. So it really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. This game's going to go on. I honestly only see it being like a 3 to 7 point spread. And I really think that the Pats are definitely going to come out on top. I got a video from my dad this morning. If you guys didn't know, he lives in New England, so obviously he's a Pats fan. And he had my poor grandma cheering for the Patriots. Not that I'm against them. I'm not for them either, though. So I definitely think they are going to win to cement the legacy, though. The over-under is 56.5. Gonna be a shootout. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game. Like, I honestly think it's gonna be like... I'm gonna say it right now. You're gonna get my prediction, 21-24 Pats. If it does more than that, I'm gonna be kind of surprised. Because I think both defenses are good enough to stop the offensive side. It's just whoever gets the ball last, I think, is what it's going to come down to, in all honesty. In true Patriot fashion, whoever gets the ball last. Exactly. But this, I don't know. Like, I'm down to hang out. You guys have questions. I was challenged to a 2-hour live today, but I feel like on Super Bowl Sunday, a lot of people just aren't going to show up. You're not going to be watching YouTube. It's today everyone gets drunk and has fun. So it's a day that the views just aren't going to be on YouTube, you know? And I've kind of seen it. Like, I've watched other people that have been going and posting videos today or going live today. I mean, you have the people that have like 1 million subscribers, so it's a little bit harder. And it is at like a weird point in the day because I didn't want to interfere with the actual Super Bowl feed because I'm going to be at a friend's. I'm probably not going to watch it, but I'm going to be at a friend's drinking myself, so it is what it is. Actually, speaking of drinking myself, it's I'm going to continue drinking myself, but it's just kind of weird. So I think we're going to push the 2-hour challenge to next Sunday. We'll have a regular... I have to reach back out because this month we're supposed to be doing a live with Forrest Fanning. Talking about Cold Blooded Cafe and all his abronia and how he dislikes morphs, but he has morphs. Shh, don't tell anybody. And crocodilians and all that good stuff. So I have to reach back out to him. I do have a list of people you guys asked for. I'm working on right now. You can see it. Like, I have really bad handwriting, but I reached out to Kevin McCurley like you guys asked about. It's gonna be it's gonna be difficult. It's hard to get a hold of him. I'm working with Sean Bradley to actually reach him because it's just, like I said, it's really hard to get a hold of him. So I've sent multiple messages over Facebook and email. I can add Barchek to the list. I gotta find a way to get a hold of him though, Jason. That's the big thing. But I could definitely add him to the list and see if he'd be willing to do one on our channel. Because I know he is a busy man with the Reptarium and everything else, and I don't know, like we're almost at 600 subscribers, so okay, I'll get a hold of you later. We're almost at 600 subscribers. Our channel is growing. Like we're getting where we need to be, guys. Like my whole goal is to continue pushing this and to get to the point of monetization. Not that I'm just in it for the money. The money that would come from this once we hit that point is literally just to better the lives of my animals. Like it is in no way going to improve my personal life. It's just to get better racks, build racks for my rats because I have them in tubs right now, or tanks right now, and I freaking hate it, but it's working. I'm also, it's hard. Like it's a difficult thing to deal with sometimes, but it's gonna be something that I definitely never thought possible, but I think now after a year, because we finally hit our year point, after a year of watching and learning and really, really putting a lot into YouTube and search engine optimization. What's up, Balls of Paradise? Thanks for ooh, excuse me. Thanks for stopping in. Beer's getting to me. That's bad. I still have to ride my motorcycle. So after the live stream, I'm probably gonna have to take it easy. Take it easy. You guys watch Nacho Libre? That's like me and my wife, whenever we get frustrated, we're like, hey, take it easy. I freaking love it. What's up, John? So it really is easy. Racks are definitely the way to go with rats, and it would cut down on so much room, so I'm able to grow the snake business as well. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. If you do, you would have seen my picture yesterday. I'm actually streaming from my phone, so I can't show you that right now, and I just made everything go crazy because of hitting the desk. But yeah, I know, Jason. I have the blueprints from you, brother. I've watched your rack build video. I don't know how many times. Like I know how to do it. It's just it's getting the overhead to do it right now. Like I retired back in November. I had to fight with the VA to get the right pay. What up, BP Collector? We're finally getting on track, and then I got my CDL as of last Monday. I'm looking at a couple of different jobs, so it's just figuring out what's going to be best for my home time to really take care of this business and YouTube still. Dude, this it's going ridiculous. And my wife asked me what I wanted for Valentine's Day, and I just pulled up some fucking beard's website. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. Not that I'm sponsored, but I love Chris. I love his products, so I'm gonna support my guy all day, every day. I made my wife buy me all my Valentine's Day presents from some fucking beard. So, but I have like 6 pre-hire letters, which is outstanding. I know I'm gonna have work. I gotta finish school. I finished school this Friday. We have graduation the following Monday. whatever job I choose, I'll be at that job. So, oh hell yeah, man! Like his beard is amazing. He's a freaking beast. I'm not a huge CrossFit person, but he's a freaking beast. I do want to get back into powerlifting. Like I was working really hard in powerlifting when I was in the army. I went from like 155, 160 pounds to 190 pounds within 2 years from just really focusing on powerlifting and powerlifting techniques. And I got a lot stronger. Unfortunately, I've had a couple of surgeries on my wrists and things like that since then. But I think that's going to be my way moving forward, is going back to a powerlifting stance and just continuing to do my thing. And then we're going to be on the road. So I need to get a hold of you guys and figure out, like, hey, this person lives in this town, this person lives in this town. And as I'm driving, depending on what my route is, get a hold of you guys and see if there'd be a way to stop in and shoot videos and do stuff, because I would love to collaborate with you guys while I'm on the road. I think it's going to be hard because I'm going to be away from my family all the time. But as far as like the collaborations and getting all across the US, because I'm going to go over the road, which means I'm going to be gone from my family about 14 to 21 days a month, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, hey, it's where the money's at, so that's what I have to do. But we'll figure it out. I would love to get a hold of some people and really not only push their channels, but give us a chance to collaborate and kind of bring everybody together. And I think it'll be really good for everyone's channel at Miami Beach. Ooh. Falls of Paradise. If I ever make it out that way, I will definitely hit you up, because I've looked at hotels in Miami Beach, and they are well, the cost of living in Miami Beach area in any expense is no joke. Like it's super expensive there, but beautiful. I would love to get down there for like a weekend, do some shoots, hit up all the people in Florida and see what we can do to get together, because I can move, like I could jump a little bit and do some shooting and then take off. But I'm going to be doing a lot out of a semi truck after this, so enjoy the office scenery while you can. You will still get Sundays. I'm going to try to work it to where I'm at least here for the weekends. I don't know what I'm going to do though. I got an air bed for you. Well, I'll have my own bed. I got to figure out where I can park a freaking semi. So the first month is training anyway, so I won't really have a chance for that. The videos are going to be hard to do, but we're going to find a way to get them done. And then we are going to expand this year. I don't know if you guys, I talked about it earlier, but I really think that how are you going to monitor your snake collection on a weekly basis? So my wife is going to be watching the snakes and the rats. So she's gonna have the kids. She's a stay-at-home mom. I'm gonna let her just be a stay-at-home mom for a while I build everything up. And she's gonna take care of the rats and the snakes while I'm gone. She knows how to do it. I will be home. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find a company that'll let me be home every weekend. And that's the fight right now, because if you want to do over the road, a lot of people won't do it. But there's this company I found where you basically act as your own LLC, which wouldn't be bad because I'm opening the LLC for Fealys Clutch anyways, because we're about to have snake babies and I want everything on record, and so that my trips to expos and that will all be documented, and anyone that knows business knows where I'm going with that. So I'm opening up 2 LLCs if I can get in with that company. What up, Chris? And we're gonna go from there. Like I think the rats are gonna be the hardest part because the rats are a constant everyday thing. You have to check on them, especially with the setup I have now, and it it makes it kind of hard because it is an everyday thing, and I'm gonna be gone at least a week at a time. But if I get the job I'm going for, which I should, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. You guys will know by Wednesday or Thursday if I did. Um, Probably Thursday because my videos usually come out on Thursdays. But my rats, so I do live, and I've set up kind of a business in town where I'm selling frozen thawed rats to people like the pet store because their supplier before me just was never able to excuse me, meet their needs. So there's a lot of business aspect that I'm relying on the wife for. She's definitely not able to euthanize the rats herself. She really loves the rats. If you watched our previous videos, she's got rat babies now and she plays with them all the time. So currently I have 5 rat colonies. So I mean, it's not a huge operation, but it's more than enough to feed my snakes, and it's more than enough to help out like my local community. I'm definitely not like, hey, let's ship out yet. I'm not at that level. I'm nowhere near that level. I have to look into dry ice costs and all of that good stuff to make sure that I'm doing it right so that it can be sent out. But eventually one day we will have a joint operation where it's rats and snakes. And then it looks, I talked to one of my mentors. If you guys want to check them out on Instagram, they don't have a YouTube. They don't really like being on camera. Well, except for their daughter. But if you watch all my Pomona videos, I always talk to Unbelievables. I talk to Little Miss Hannah. I talk to her mom and dad all the time. And her dad's kind of like my mentor coming up in the breeding scheme, along with like Miguel and Jim from Godfather's Exotics. Whenever I have questions about what's going on, because it is my first year of breeding, I go to them, and they've just been super freaking helpful. And so my girl's not at ovulation yet, even though she's like massive. Like when I first started pairing her, I started pairing her right at, I think, 1,500 grams. So it's a little intense, but to see her grow within 2 months, she's gone up to, I think, 1850, almost 1,900 grams. So she's definitely growing. It's trying to palpate the follicles. And one of the hard things with me is like, you see me scratch my face, like I can go like this and I know I'm doing it because I see it. I can't feel it. Like my hands don't have full feeling anymore. So I have the full, like, I have the full motor skills, but I don't have feeling in my hands, which is kind of dangerous, I guess. But at the same time, it's what happens. I have, from surgeries and stuff like that, I just have nerve damage, so I can't feel stuff. But I'm making super normals het for normal this year. I love it. I love it. Ernie, you're ugly as shit, bro. Thank you for stopping in for a little bit. I love how the only thing you ever have to say to me on my lives is that I'm ugly, but I'm fucking 100 times better looking than your bald ass, so it is what it is. If you guys don't know Ernie, he's my boy. I love that dude. We definitely rag on each other all the time, so it's How long do you leave the male out of the female's tub before putting him back in? Well, I only pair once a month. So some people say do it weekly. Some people do it bi-weekly. The male and female that I choose to pair, I only do once a month. Also, you never make content, so I like making fun of you for that. This is true. Ernie definitely makes a lot more content than me, but to be fair, Ernie, you don't have anything else to do, man. Like, you have animals, but I think your girlfriend takes care of the animals. So all you have to do is make YouTube videos, which I'm I don't have an issue with. I love watching your videos. My wife doesn't so much, but I love watching your videos. And I got kids, I got animals, I got school and finding work. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'll get back to the level I was. I will get back to at least 3 videos a week. I do have excuses, and it is what it is. Like, excuses are just that. They're excuses. But I'll get it going back. And I need more beer. All right, Riley. Thanks for stopping by for a little bit, brother. Yeah, so what I usually do is I do once a month. So I only have the one pairing for this season because a lot of my girls that I thought were gonna get past the 1,000 gram wall just hit that wall and hit it fucking hard. So I have a bunch of girls that are ready, like age wise, but size wise, they're not. So, and then I have one girl that's almost there size wise, but I need to wait at least another year for her age wise because she's just not ready. You could tell by her head, it's just, she's too immature to try to put eggs in. So it's rough. Like it's definitely a challenge that I wasn't 100% expecting. Sorry, my fucking hair is everywhere. So I know you can breed them to get them to put more size. I'm not worried about it because I still have to build my full out incubator. So when my girl lays this year, I have a buddy. All right, Ernie. Good luck, man. I'll see you in a couple hours. We'll see how we both did. So if you guys, another thing you guys probably don't know, me and Ernie got a little bet going on. So if you could pull people in to this stream, we're talking shit to each other yesterday, and we're like, hey, who's gonna have a bigger stream on Super Bowl Sunday? Now, I don't. He's a sports page, so obviously Super Bowl Sunday should be a huge day for him. But it would be kind of cool to throw up big numbers from a reptile page that just had a quick saying about the Super Bowl because it's the Super Bowl. People telling me they can go as long as 8 months off food. Yeah, so I have a male. The male that I'm actually breeding with right now, he only eats 2 months out of the year. So I have to really pound on the weight for him these 2 months. And then he'll breed really heavy. And then the rest of the year when he's not breeding, he just won't eat. So it's hard. It's hard, but I can do so much. And obviously I could breed the other girls. Like I could at least introduce males and get them to start building follicles. But with the incubator not done and me borrowing incubator space, I just don't want to do it and take the chance of possibly having no room or not having an incubator. I did think about doing a maternal incubation, but I think at the end of the day, the risks outweigh the rewards on that, at least for my first clutch. So I'm gonna probably try it next year with something that isn't, I don't want to say it that way. Like that sounds bad, but like I'll probably try a maternal incubation next year for a dinker project. Yeah, like valuable. I didn't want to say valuable because it sounds fucked up, but at the end of the day, like this is partially, well, not partially. This is a business for me. Like I want to eventually make it to where I am living off of my animals. So if I lose a couple of babies off of a dinker project that may not prove out anyways, it's it's not as bad for me as actually putting pairings with decent morph. And that sounds really bad. Like it really does. It sounds really fucking bad, but it is what it is. Like I have to be able to support my family, pay for my stuff, and support my animals. So it's just it's not good business to take animals that could sell for a couple $100 and possibly lose multiple animals. So exactly, Jason. I thank you for that, man. I'm glad someone else is thinking or thinks the same way. And I'm sure there's other people that think that way. They just don't want to say it on camera. And it's not that I don't want to say it. I feel bad for saying it, but at the end of the day, this is a business, so it has to be said. There's definitely more love for these animals than I can express, but at the end of the day, it is a business. So it would be with the Dinker Project. That would be awesome, John. Albinos are definitely a start. Um, I I don't know. Like I really like lavender albinos. I'm not so huge on the regular albino gene. I know it makes some good combos. It really does. I don't know. I think that's one of the older genes that I feel got pushed into everything. So it's not one of my favorites. But everyone has their personal opinion on that stuff. Like I have a buddy, Tybron's Reptiles or Tybron's Balls. I don't know what he calls himself. Tyler Tybron. He uh he loves the albino gene. He puts it into everything, and there's nothing wrong with that. Thanks, Jacqueline. Thanks for stopping in for a little bit. I appreciate it. I definitely need to get a hold of you guys later. Um, that conversation we had the other night really helped out. So uh, I'll be in touch with you guys either probably later this week. I don't know. I'll see what Justin has to say. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that, John. Like when you find a good deal, take advantage of that deal. Like absolutely. If you have a female that's ready to breed, there's nothing wrong with picking it up. But uh, yeah, guys, we've been on here for almost an hour. I really we're rambling at this point. I'm really good at this. I'm getting better. Like I might be the future Sean Brett. No, I will never be able to talk as long as that man. Love him to death. I will never be able to talk as long as that man. But that might be a challenge. We might do that for a challenge one day. It was brought up. I don't know if you're still on here. Loria. And I think it was you that said it, the 24-hour challenge with Sean Bradley. I'm definitely going to talk to him about it, see if we could do it. I don't know if it'll be February or March. I think March would be easier just so he has more time to sell his animals and get stuff organized. Absolutely. Sean has a wealth of knowledge that cannot be beat. So but I really have a hard time talking for even an hour. Like my lives used to be 20 minutes, 25 minutes, unless I have multiple guests. Myself talking for an hour is just absolutely insane to me because I don't, I really don't think that I'm that interesting, to say the least. Um, I think snakes are interesting. Some of the stuff I do can be kind of funny. Uh, like Tuesday's video I'm working on right now because I didn't get it done for last week. Um, I think you guys are gonna get a crack up on Tuesday's video. Like it has me fucking crying right now, so it should be good. um, but it might just be me. I have a weird sense of humor, so um, yeah, I think that's about it. Go do your research. Don't be like me. Don't just buy an animal because you like it. Um, we are selling. Actually, Jacqueline, if you're still on here, let me know. Um, I know you guys were talking about a hog nose, and my wife has a baby Western hog nose um, anaconda. So it'll grow up a little bit bigger than regular hog nose, but it's still a hog nose that she's just not able to really care for. So if we can figure out a way to get it shipped, um, yeah, he has a list. If you go to Exotics by Nature, all of his animals are there. I'm definitely trying to pick up a few of his breeder size females myself to add to the year, and then possibly some of his racks and thermostats and stuff. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but he might already have them sold. Basically, what I told him is I would love to pick up some stuff from him, but if he gets it sold before I'm able to get the money together, I want him to follow his passion, so don't hold it just for me. And that's the way I am with anybody. Like if I'm building up the money and I see something I like, I'll let you know that I like it. And then I might like to work a deal. But if you get someone that's going to pay for it before me, I understand that as well. And I'm not going to ask you to do that. Just a quick question for the audience. Does anyone here speak the 7 words of Parcel Tom? Parcel Tom. Is that the snake language from freaking Harry Potter? Got a Cow King coming. Nice. I just showed my nerd side. Fuck. It's all good. So my family loves Harry Potter. Like I think it's Christmas and Thanksgiving. They really start putting out all the videos. We don't have the movies ourselves, but every year when they come out, we do like a little Harry Potter marathon with them. So Parcel Tom. Oh, that's bad. That's awesome though. So I guess Jacqueline is not here. I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to them, see if I can get them this baby hog nose. Eat, sleep, eat, poop, defensive and curious behavior, and finally breeding. That's awesome. Well, guys, we are at that 1 hour, and I have friends to meet up with and things to do around the house before I go meet up with them. Jason, I did not forget about what you said. I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram right after this. And then Tuesday. Tuesday we will have our new videos out. So Tuesday, Thursdays, Sundays, with possibly, if I get enough footage to do other stuff, possibly stuff in between there as well. Thank you guys so much on Super Bowl Sunday for hanging out. It's appreciated more than you guys know. It really is. Like, every view, every minute watched on here is just absolutely mind blowing to me that someone would want to listen to me for that long. So the fact that you guys do it on a regular basis, I appreciate you guys, and I will definitely be doing something. I think at 750 subscribers, we are gonna look at doing some sort of appreciation. I don't know if it's gonna be a giveaway or what we're gonna do, but at 750 subscribers, we're gonna work on something. So, you guys have a great Super Bowl Sunday. You guys be safe. This is, at least where I live, this is one of the worst days for wrecks, for like assaults, things like that. It's a rough day. So you guys be safe. Enjoy your day, wherever you are.